I get in before the sun does. The office is silent except for the hum of the lights and the copier warming up. I unlock the kitchen, throw out the congealed remains of last night's takeout, wipe a suspicious stain from the couch, reload the paper trays, line up water bottles with their labels facing out. I make coffee, even though I don't drink it. This is how my day starts, by erasing traces of other people's nights and setting the stage for theirs to begin again. I'm the first point of contact and the last person anyone notices. Emails pile up while I'm still taking off my coat. Flight confirmations, script pickups, calendar nudges, a reminder to order a very particular pen the boss likes in a color I can't find at any nearby store. The phone rings constantly. Sometimes it's talent, sometimes it's accountants, sometimes it's his wife. Those calls are the hardest. Me explaining that he's in a meeting, me apologizing that he can't come to the phone, me promising he'll return the call when I know he won't. I keep my voice steady and small and helpful. That voice opens doors I'm not sure I want to walk through. There are two other assistants at my pod, both men, a little farther along than me. They move faster, talk louder, and teach me which names to pronounce carefully and which to pretend I never heard. We're a tiny conveyor belt of solutions. I book cars, reschedule lunches, confirm a nanny, print a stack of contracts I'm not supposed to read. I read them anyway, at least the subject lines. It helps to know what kind of machine I'm inside. Little things go missing around here. Earrings, a hair tie, once a bracelet under the couch. I pick them up, drop them into a desk drawer I've started calling lost and found in my head, and pretend none of it means anything. I tell myself these details are meaningless because believing otherwise makes it feel like I'm complicit. The men around me joke sometimes, nothing you could replay in a courtroom, everything you can replay in your head at night. I learn to smile with my mouth and not my eyes. Late morning, a new girl arrives. She's young, younger than me, flown in from a small town and glowing because she's been discovered. They say she's a new assistant, but she doesn't know what an NDA is and asks me where the copier lives, like the copier might also be new to all this. I'm told to book her at a fancy hotel, to make sure her room is upgraded and to send her straight to a meeting with him. She's excited. I'm polite. I type out the reservation with my hands and with my stomach, something else. Worry, I think, or the faint recognition of a pattern I've been pretending not to see. The day accelerates the way they all do. The boss's door opens and closes, but never for long. I hear laughter through the wall, and then lower voices, and then nothing. An assistant from another floor interrupts to whisper something I can't quite hear, like help wrapped in gossip. The men next to me keep working, heads down, as if there's nothing to hear anyway. I email the hotel to ask about the late checkout for the new girl. I don't know why that's the email that makes my hand shake. By lunch, I've convinced myself I'm imagining things. I refill the printer toner. I answer a call from a producer whose voice drips with entitlement. I eat a granola bar in 4 bites while labeling a hard drive. I accidentally open the wrong email thread, a chain about the new girl with phrases like promising and keep close. My finger hovers over delete. I don't delete it. I forward it to myself, then immediately panic and trash that too, as if scrubbing my sent folder scrubs the world. At some point, I do something too slowly or too honestly and get waved into a private office where the door closes a little too loudly. I'm told I need to be more careful, that the boss is generous, that people would kill for this job, that I have a bright future if I keep my head down. I nod and say I understand, because that's what you say when you understand too much. When I return to my desk, there's a new task waiting, urgent and vague. I complete it on muscle memory, not because I believe in it, but because belief isn't in the job description. The new girl reappears later, giddy and nervous at once, asking if she looks okay for dinner. I tell her she does. I want to tell her something else. Run, maybe, or at least take my number. but the words tangle into a professional smile. I call her a car and watch the little black sedan icon move toward the hotel on my screen. My reflection in the monitor looks older than this morning. I try to do the right thing. I tell myself that sentence like it's a password. I collect my notes, small, factual, the hotel, the timing, the prior incidents I've quietly cataloged. I walk to human resources. The HR rep greets me like he's been expecting me all along. I explain what I've seen and what I'm afraid of. He listens with the stillness of someone waiting for you to stop talking. When I finish, he smiles in a way I've seen before, the practiced kindness that lands like a trapdoor. He asks if I have evidence. I have emails, I say. He asks if I want to jeopardize my career over a misunderstanding. He reminds me the boss creates opportunities and asks maybe I'm feeling overwhelmed, maybe even jealous. The word sticks like a fishbone. He tells me this is not the place to air speculation. He tells me he'll handle it. The subtext is louder than anything he says. You've said enough, and also you've said nothing at all. He suggests I write an apology. He even helps me with the phrasing, softening words, rounding edges, making my alarm sound like gratitude. Back at my desk, the guys coach me on the email too, their faces a mix of pity and practicality. I send it to the boss and immediately receive a reply, a short assurance that he values me, that I'm good at my job, that I have a bright future here. For a moment, I feel relief, the chemical kind that floods you after you step back from a ledge. Then it drains away, leaving only the ledge. The afternoon blurs, more calls, more cars, more calendars. I'm efficient, maybe even excellent, in the way a locked door can be excellent. The new girl doesn't come back to the office. The HR rep passes by my desk later and doesn't look at me. An actress calls to confirm a meeting that I know will move. A driver asks for a tip I forgot to authorize. The wife calls again. I am kind to her. I am always kind to her. When the day finally exhales, I step outside and realize it's dark again. Across the street, a diner glows like a cheap promise. I order food I don't taste and sit by the window where I can see our building. My phone buzzes with another email from him, warm and praising, the kind of message you could show your parents to prove you're on your way. I hold it like proof for a minute. Then I put the phone face down. Through the glass, the office looks smaller than it feels from inside. I think about the couch stain I wiped this morning, about the drawer with the earrings, about the new girl's laugh and the way it cracked when no one was listening. I think about my parents telling their friends I work in film now, about my student loans, about the tiny studio I can barely afford. I think about the things we all tell ourselves to keep going. It's not my job. I can't prove anything. Someone else will say something. I think about how much easier it is to clean a mess than admit it's still being made. Then I do what I've been trained to do. I go back. I swipe my badge, write the elevator, sit down at my desk, and draft tomorrow's call sheet. I line up the water bottles again, labels out. I set the stage for another day that will look just like this one, hoping that someday, somehow, I'll be someone who does more than set stages. For now, I move the work forward, quietly, efficiently, as the building hums around me and the night pretends to be still.